But what's a good thing on the other side is that we're at a point where we can incorporate the bank's recent reductions in their prime rates, prime lending rate in your pre-approval assessments, which has
Okay.
now had a positive impact on your revision. And so, based on the joint assessment that I've just done, I think I've carried it out over the max loan term. I just want to open it up quickly. So I have assessed it over the max loan term, which is the 30-year loan term. And I've come to an assessment of 2,850,000
Okay.
as the outcome of that updated assessment, using your recent salaries, your recent expenditure, based on the credit reports, and based on the bank's current prime lending rates. The last
Okay.
pre-qualification.
Hi, Olin. Sorry,
Hi.
can you just repeat that number?
It's 2850.
2850. Okay. Sorry, I'm listening in the background, but
No worries. Yeah, so the first one was just over 2 mil, the one we did in January.
yes, yes.
And now, I've just mentioned that we've had the privilege of having the rates reduced since then. The prime lending rates came down twice since then.
Yes.
So I've incorporated the reduced prime lending rate. Look, we're not going to secure that as your finalized interest rate when we do apply for the official home loan. It's just that the banks stress test the affordability based on the current prime lending rate. Because you're seen as a young professional, you're under 35, so we can, prove that with a copy of your degree when we apply, and then we can actually get you a better interest rate, on that, and get that 100% home loan that we need based on that.
And Olin, if we wanted a higher than 100% home loan, just for purposes of the transfers and all of those things, is that quite possible?
Yes, for first-time buyers they are. So at least one of you need to be a first-time buyer. That's the minimum criteria.
Okay, we are both, so I think we'll be
great.
fine.
That's great. And as long as it, the purchase price plus that additional, the banks tend to go up to between 5% and 9%, above that purchase price. Each bank, has their own set of maximum purchase prices that they will go over and above that loan amount or purchase price too. And it ranges between an additional 5 to 9%. And we can also get you the 50% discount off the registration fee portion of your costs. So that's quite nice. And then we can apply for, that top up. But as long as it stays within that 2850.
Okay. No,
in totality.
Definitely. I think our range at the moment is a maximum of 2 that we're looking at in any
brilliant.
event.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So that fits in nicely then with your affordability, as long as we don't exceed that.
Yes, and then if you do it under a 20-year term, does that change things significantly?
Not necessarily. Let me just have a look quickly. I'll double check that for you. So we're at 2850. It comes down to 26, so it's about right, to about 250k lower. But still well within your shopping range,
Yes. And Olin, when we're purchasing, what are the general kind of costs that we have to be wary of? It's obviously the transfer costs and the bond registration costs. Is there anything else?
So there is a once-off initiation fee that every bank, whether you go direct, whether you go online, it doesn't matter what channel, using my channel to assist with, every single bank has an initiation fee that they charge every home loan with. It's about 6,000 Rand, and they capitalize that automatically against the loan. You can, at the attorneys, opt to pay that as a cash separately, but it just gets added automatically.
Okay.
And then, so if you're buying in a sectional title complex and not a freehold property, there's usually upfront, like a levy clearance certificate you need to pay for. It's usually
Okay.
about 2 to 3 months worth of levies up front, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. And if you buy freehold property for the rates clearance, it's usually 2 to 3 months rates clearance up front that you have to pay for, over and above the transfer and the registration fees.
So
Which
then,
you
do you
will
not
find.
pay for the 3 months, for example,
No,
once you because you make the upfront payment, or is
yes.
that
It's
okay?
so there is an admin fee involved in there somewhere in that
Yeah.
estimation I'm giving you.
Okay.
It's not doesn't work out to an exact science of 3 months exactly,
Yes.
because some is for the actual certificate.
Okay.
And so yes, you will be prorated. You'll see when
Okay.
you get your first levy or rate statement, you'll see that it is prorated and it has taken the relevant portion that you've paid up front into account. But you can double check that with not the bank's attorney, the transfer seller's attorneys.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get to that stage, once the bond is approved. And then, so once you sign an offer, the process usually goes like this. You would send me the signed offer to purchase
Yes.
in your joint names. I would then go out and shop for the best interest rates and best options through with all the banks, and obviously the cost inclusive as well for you. And then once you've accepted one of those options, it will then be allocated to the bank's attorney for registration, and the seller's attorneys will be allocated the instruction to effect the transfer over to your names. And that process can take anywhere between 2 and 3 months to fruition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and in that process, they will call you for, documents and things like that, additional documents, just FICA stuff. And you can then also just communicate with them regarding the costs and the outlines of those fees.
And obviously, we have to be wary of the deeds office closing
In December.
mid-December.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
yes.
a 1 month additional
Timeline.
timeline.
Yes.
And your process, do you have access or do you shop with all the available providers, or do you have
Yes.
specific providers?
Yes, it's all the leading banks, which is
Okay.
Absa, Standard Bank, FNB, Nedbank. Investec is also an option for degreed professionals
Yes.
like yourself.
Yes.
So we would also approach them for offerings.
Okay. And then your fees, Olin, is that included in how does that come about?
It's subsidized completely by the bank, so it doesn't
Okay.
get offset anywhere against your home
Okay.
loan.
Okay. Perfect. So if we were to put an offer into a house, then once we've done that, we would send that to you, and then
Yes.
you would do the so-called shopping
Quotation.
around,
Yes.
and give us something. Like, is that an approval then? Because
Yes.
I understand this is a pre-approval process that you've done
Correct.
for us now.
Correct, yes,
Okay.
100%.
Okay. And the likelihood of us getting something is quite good, right?
Yes, 100%. It's just that I do need the copy of your qualification.
Sure.
Yeah, when we do go ahead and that offer to purchase, but the likelihood is definitely 100%.
Okay.
Okay, so I may have missed this, but say we want to put in an offer. What's the step? We just send you the signed offer.
Yes, well, you are able to send me, once you've completed your sections of the offer, you are welcome to send it to me to preview it for you, just to make
Okay.
sure that the sections are, completed in your best interest, in terms of the finance clauses and stuff. If you just want me to look over that is something that I can do. And then you'll then have that sent back to the agent. Once the agent provides you with the seller's signed and accepted copy, I can use that copy to then go ahead and shop for the options, the best options